Hello, hello, hello. Everybody on the internet tuning in to hang out with me on my live stream doing pancake art. How you doing, everybody? Becca, Maya, we got X, Wolfrey, Hidden. We got Becca, Maya, X. Those are the only people I see on the screen right now. But hey, how you doing, y'all? Thanks for tuning in to the Joy of Pancakes live stream. Forgive me, I'm putting the last of the caps on my bottles over here. We had to fix something with our new fancy shiny new overlay here, which I'm really stoked about. Ben has been really putting in the work and making things better with every single thing we do. Hey, Misty. Glad you're in the chat. I love you all very much. I'm glad that you all have joined us for another installment of the Joy of Pancakes. Now, for those of you that have not been here before, if this happens to be the first time you've caught this stream, hello, welcome. I'm really grateful to have you here. And just as a little preliminary thing, I'm Dan. I work with Pancakes, the world's first professional pancake art company, and all of the tools you see me using here, all these bottles here, all those colors, that's pancake batter. And this is our specialty Pancakes pancake art griddle. You can actually buy this on our website if you want. But we make pancake art. If you've never seen it before, we basically take colored batter, draw it onto the griddle, layer it, do all kinds of different things, and it's a lot like, you can do a lot with it. So you end up, it's a bit like a whole new art medium here. Sorry, I gotta set out my kombucha, because I'm a lib. Millennial. Put the last of these supplies away. Now, I am excited about today, and I don't really know why. I don't have anything particularly specific that I'm interested in drawing. If you've never been a part of the stream before, we like to take suggestions from the chat. We like to take, I do anyway, I like to take recommendations from people. We're not really, I try not to hold myself to like making specific requests for anybody, but if you say something and I like it, I like the sound of it, it seems like something crunchy, something I can work with, I like to use those prompts to inform whatever piece I happen to make. So I can freestyle stuff, I can do all kinds of fun things. Misty, I'm doing wonderful. I love you all too. Thanks so much. And Becca, I'm doing wonderful. Today has been okay. Let me make sure I've got my, yeah, there we go. And is this working? Let me go to the, hey, beautiful. Okay, all my stuff's working. Last thing I need is my stand for my iPad here, so I can look up references. Do y'all have any kinds of suggestions you want to throw my way to get this first pancake started? Because like I said, don't have anything too much in mind. Hank suggested I do an Alex Trebek, a memorial piece, and I might do something like that. Maybe I'll do something to warm up before I try and tackle that. But yeah, something from Harry Potter, right on, there's a suggestion. Wizards, magic, cleaning off the surface of this iPad here. I am excited about today's stream. You know, I think the reason I'm so excited about today's stream is because yesterday I had a very positive interaction with an old friend of mine. Anything abstract about your favorite music video? Cheshire Cat, Jigglypuff. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy was a part of our charity stream. We did a stream yesterday, or 2 days ago. Oh God, time's a flat circle. Where we were doing Smash Brothers characters, and I tried to make Jigglypuff 2 times in a row, and both times I feel like I kind of gave Jigglypuff a bit of a 1,000-yard stare. It's like I'm looking a little bit demented there. The Alex Trebek India Gate. Not sure what that is. A phoenix? Okay, I like these ideas. Phoenix, kind of like from Harry Potter. I also, I don't know if you know, but I like to like try and tackle as many people's suggestions simultaneously as I can. So I think I'll go with Phoenix right now. I love the idea of simple standalone mythical creatures. Let me just type in Phoenix and see what shows up on image search. There's some beautiful pictures. There's a couple of interpretations. I saw a Tumblr post a little while ago that was they had taken Fawkes the Phoenix from Harry Potter and reinterpreted it through different breeds, species of birds. Breeds. Do birds have breeds and species? A kestrel phoenix, or a harpy, eagle, phoenix, you know, all these different things. Okay. Mario, this is Bella, or Belle. Belle Key asked for Mario. Right on. I'm going to trust Jeremy, our buddy Anime STL over there, to keep track of the ongoing suggestions. So that when I finish one, I like this. And I'll tell you why. Here, I'm going to go to the overhead here and show you which image I'm looking at. I like this image because it has a lot of, like, it looks like they've sort of created this ash blue color. Yeah, see, there was Jigglypuff. That's a bit of a blurry reference, but I think I can make this work. I really like the difference between the cool and the warm colors. I think the contrast will be really nice. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and use this as a basic sort of general reference. I'll play around with it a little bit, put my own spin on it. But we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get started. Okay, take a little sip of my beverage here. I gotta tell you, I am in love with this new overlay. I feel so much more legit when I look over and see that my monitor's over there. When I look over and see that we've got, I think it's just gonna get better from here. I'm so excited about it. Let's see, Ice Dragon, Buckbeak. Yeah, these are all good ideas. Let's see. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to go grab my Q-tips. There's a lot of weird little things that started to work into the pancake art process over the years, mostly in large part thanks to Ben. Ben is the one who has tinkered with the actual tools we use more than anybody else. He's such a brilliant guy. He brought in these Q-tips, and these are great because they're pointed, and as a result, if I do line work on the griddle that I don't particularly like, I can just kind of take that pointed tip and go back and shoop, 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 correct it. So I like to have these to the side in case I make any mistakes. May not use them. My day is going wonderful, Maya. I appreciate that. And Cassie, I'm going to make a phoenix. I'm going to use this as my general reference image here. It's pulled up on my iPad here. I just pulled it off of Google image search. Should probably be a little bit more diligent about sourcing my references and shouting out artists and stuff. Once I'm done with this, I'll try and remember to mention that. But Maya asks how my day's going, and I'm going to say my day's going pretty good. I had a very, very long phone call yesterday, 2.5 hours, with one of my favorite people in the whole world, my old friend Gene. Gene is a man. He's an older guy. He's got this. He's an older German. He's a German guy. Well, I mean, I guess I don't want to give you the impression that he's from Germany. He's a German descendant of German German heritage. There we go. And I only bring that up because he brings it up all the time. He came into Courtesy Diner when I worked there years and years ago, and sat up on, I think it was my first graveyard shift. He sat up next to me at the counter, the counter where, next to the griddle where I was working, and for about 6.5 hours, he and I talked. We talked about all kinds of stuff. He is a practitioner. He's actually licensed to teach transcendental meditation. He learned, apparently, from the Maharishi. He's very famous for teaching transcendental meditation to the Beatles back in the day. And he, as a result, has spent his whole life sort of studying all kinds of this esoteric, subtle perception, tricks of consciousness, all these kinds of things. And I mean, this stuff is really, really fascinating to me. If you've watched this stream at all, you've probably heard me go off on tangents about mysticism and alchemy and the occult, and these are the sorts of things that like really just light my brain up, like make me, I don't even necessarily believe in all of it, but I love learning about it. I love learning about all the weird, different sort of creative, artistic ideas different cultures and different people have brought to this bizarre soup we call experience. And so Gene and I got talking for a very long time. We spoke for well into the evening until I remember there was a drunk pastor. A drunk pastor came in with a group of people, and I mean that was the late night courtesy diner shift. That's what you got, is you get drunk people at like 3 in the morning. But I think the fact that he was a pastor was a little extra bit of irony. Who heard what he and I were talking about? You know, we're talking about like the Hindu concept of the golden age, the silver age, the bronze age, the subtle perception of the mind, and the Atlantis mythology and all these sorts of things. And this guy comes in and overhears us talking about it, and he basically chased Gene out, essentially. He made Gene feel uncomfortable enough that he wanted to leave, because he was insisting that Gene was a Scientologist and that Scientology was the devil. And so, like, it was this very, you know, it was like, well, it was nice to meet you. I hope you have a good night. Sorry that this ding-dong doesn't understand what we're talking about, but I hope I see you again sometime. And I did see him again, and we have ended up maintaining our connection all through these years. It's probably been 8, 9, maybe 10 years since I met Gene. And every now and then, I mean, we don't stay super close, but when we do reconnect, inevitably, like yesterday, what he did was he texted me because he wanted to talk to me about this stream, and that's why I'm bringing this up. He messaged me and he said, "Hey Dan, do you have 5 or 10 minutes?" And I've basically learned at this point that when Gene messages me and asks if I have 5 or 10 minutes to talk to him, it will probably be a 2 or 3 hour long conversation, because every time we talk, it's that way. Because I get excited about the things he has to share. He knows a lot. He's read a lot his whole life. But he's also really kind and compassionate about listening to other people's thoughts and listening to other people's realities and experiences, and helping in any way he can to be empathetic and considerate. And he's like this weird, like, accidental guru that just kind of came into my life. And I've never been formally, you know, a student, but I think I'm kind of just an informal guy in general. Can't really see myself willingly submitting myself to somebody's tutelage. So the fact that it was just this organic friendship, I think has made it really, really one of the more powerful relationships in my life. And I'm only bringing all this up because when Gene called me yesterday, the reason he called me was he wanted to tell me about how he had tuned in and seen, I think it was last Wednesday's episode of The Joy of Pancakes. And I don't think he watched it live. He caught the broadcast on YouTube after it went up later. But he wanted to let me know that he thought it was really cool. And that in particular, he thought it was really cool that I could just sort of meander from topic to topic. And talk about the things that are really interesting to me while I make this fancy pancake art, you know. And he thought just the whole thing, he said, what the thing that really stuck out to me is that he said it reminded him of the night we met. It reminded him of going up to the diner and sitting at the counter and having a conversation, a 6-hour conversation with me in the middle of the night, you know, like I'm just making bacon and eggs and we're just shooting the breeze and talking about existence and talking about empathy and talking about what it's like to be a human in this messed up world, and talking about politics and talking about, like, everything. Nothing's off limits, because it's a safe space and we trust each other not to hurt one another with our words. And so that's kind of on my mind right now. You know, I know that was kind of a long-winded exposition to Gene and his involvement in my life and stuff, but I think that's part of why I'm in a good mood about this today, because it's one of the more validating compliments I've received from anybody. Just for him to tell me that he thought it was, like, moving, like genuinely a beautiful thing to see. Because he knew me way back when this was not even a thing. He knew me back when this was just me at a diner doing my best. And so it's really cool to be able to share that with him. Hey buddy, I'm making a phoenix. I'll do Trebek next. I'll call you in when I do. Unless you want to...
Phoenix.
Yeah, this will be a cool one. I don't know if you want to...
I'll probably get the flip.
Okay.
Try and change up different styles.
So we're not just doing the same thing every time? Yeah, it makes sense.
Flip
Sorry, Hank just came in. We're talking about TikTok strategy. We've been doing pretty well on TikTok, and we're trying to not get too comfortable with any one specific style. I think today is going to be a good pancake day too, because honestly, the consistency of the batter today is exquisite. Batter mixed the other day by Dana, I think. And the bottle tip, the tip of the bottle I'm using, is a little bit damaged, which is to say that it's been sealed shut a little bit. So this little tip here is a little bit finer than they usually are. And because the consistency is right. If the consistency wasn't right, this could be a disaster. But because the consistency is right, that has the potential to actually make for a really beautiful piece of pancake art. I feel like this wing needs to be longer. Hopefully that doesn't look too weird and messed up. Okay. The smell of sausage casserole coming from downstairs is making me really hungry. That sounds delicious. Let's see. There's got a lot of colors in here. Excited, excited, excited. This is going to be cool. Yes. This is when I've been doing it. Hmm? Hi, Dana.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Ding dong.
Now they know I'm here.
Now all of China knows you're here.
No, I'll check. It's fine. Hey, Becca. Hey, Maya.
You close that door, Dana?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. All right, I think maybe I should handle this with, there's a lot of the wing here. There's a lot of like high contrast in between those little ashy areas. So rather than doing the darker colors, I'm gonna do the lighter colors first. Try and get the detail in between. There's a lot of peeling going on here because I think I had my griddle a bit too hot when I started this. So that's another thing that I'm gonna figure out as I go. Trying to make sure that I don't let any of those texture lines bunch up too much. Texture is important. Texture is, can be the, well, when I say texture, I guess I'm talking about like, I want the shapes of these zones to seem intentional. I don't want it to look like a bunch of water droplets, which because batter is liquid, there's a tendency for that to happen. So I want to make sure that if there is a little round area that I sharpen it, that I come over and I create a point, because there's this chaotic, fiery energy. Leaning into that camera. We should probably move where that camera's at. glad we got the monitor pulled up, though, so I can actually see that happening now. Yeah. Sorry, I'm right-handed, everybody. Alright. It does kind of look like an ice phoenix for now, but I think that'll change once I got this fire filled in a bit more. Although, you know, that could be a kind of a cool concept, an ice phoenix. One of our pancake artists is from Phoenix. Shout out to Lee. All right. Misty says, I sometimes think how humans can imagine these beautiful but deadly creatures. How the imagination works is spectacular. I would agree with you. Actually, the word imagination is a really interesting one. There's a distinction that I read about from the work of Rudolf Steiner, who's a German, Austrian, he was from Austria, occultist sort of. He created a school of thought called anthroposophy, that's how you pronounce it, about basically, if you've ever heard the concept spirit science or spiritual science, or if you've ever seen, there's a YouTube channel that's all about spirit science. The concept being that spiritual practice is something that you could approach with a scientific mind. Like you could use the Western linear deductive process and apply those philosophical concepts to the exploration of spiritual subjective realities. Emphasis on the subjective, right? So if the idea that, like, if I have a very specific hallucination that nobody else can see, there could be a sort of a scientific method for exploring those ideas and having those and cultivating those spiritual experiences, even though we don't normally think of those as scientific, as under the purview of science, as under the purview of but in his, from what I understand, and, you know, he's written a lot, but I haven't read much of it because honestly, I don't like the way that Rudolf Steiner writes. He focuses on the imagination as one of the main vehicles for accessing spiritual experience. The human imagination, the human capacity to dream things up and think about things that don't exist, and so things like a phoenix, right? Like a phoenix is a mythical creature. But I think what Steiner was really getting at was that the human capacity for creativity is effectively infinite, and that there's also this sort of a weird thing that happens, which is that when we think of a mythical creature, when we create a god or a demon or angels or things that we don't see in the physical form, we are in an essence, in a way, still creating those things. We are manifesting those things in a way in which they suddenly take on a sort of material importance. And I mean, I think with a creature like a phoenix, it's a little bit less obvious, because it's just a creature, right? It doesn't, we aren't describing any sort of dominion, like, oh, we have to pray to the phoenix because the phoenix is the god of rebirth or whatever. But that barrier becomes a little bit flimsier when you look at things like animistic gods. You look at when people, you think about, people determined that maybe there was a rock and somebody got it into their head that that rock was responsible for causing the rain to come and visit, and that they needed to pray to and worship and imbue that rock with their love, with their deference, in order to make sure that the rain kept coming. And on one level, it's very easy for the scientific mind to go and say, that's not really what's happening, guys. I think y'all are just fools. But on the other hand, you think about the fact that after generations of people come together and start to imbue this rock with a sort of conscious expectation, it changes the way people behave. People start to organize their lives around what they think the rock wants for them, what they imagine the rock says to them. They start to treat one another differently based on who does and does not respect the rock. They start to, and so in that sense, this idea of this rock deity, this idea of this mythical entity, takes on the ability to affect the affairs of mortals. And so you can make a fairly coherent argument, I think, that in that sense, that entity that they believe is in that rock sort of begins to take form. It starts to exist in an intangible, immaterial way. And then before you know it, everybody's worshiping the rock, and everybody's a rock worshiper, and if that rock hadn't been there to begin with, those changes wouldn't have taken place. Human beings are... Oh, this is going to be a cool one. The colors in this are weird. Sorry, I just had a moment. We're having a fantastic chat about, was it cereal and yogurt? Let me see here. I feel like I'm missing out on the cereal yogurt discourse over here. So I'm focusing over here and vibing. Thank you so much, Misty. Goat cheese, yummy creamy goat's cheese. This is going to be a cool one. I think the main reason that I became so enchanted with the idea of the imagination as this powerful spiritual vehicle is because in a certain sense it sort of democratizes faith. Because how many times over the years of human history have we had some person who decides to tell everybody else that they've figured out what it is that God is, or what it is that God wants, or what it is that we are supposed to be doing here? And whenever somebody does that, it's like, well, how do they know? How are you the vehicle for God and I'm not? What makes you and your interpretation of Scripture or holy law or the cast lots, the signs of the forest or whatever the hell thing you're trying to look at to justify what you were already going to do anyway? How come you get to be privy to that, but my intuitive understanding doesn't cut it? And I mean, what it usually comes down to is political power, right? It usually comes down to a desire for this guy to be, whoever's going around claiming that they know, even if they aren't conscious of this, it's because they want to be at the top of the tree. It's because they want to be King Monkey. They want to be they want to be the vehicle for accessing the divine. And in so doing, they spread a pretty destructive mythology, which is that everybody doesn't have that, right? Like the idea that not everybody can access the divine. Not everybody has God with them. Not everybody can feel that connection, and so somebody needs to come along and supply it, and that creates this power dynamic that often turns into abuse. It turns into abusive practices. It turns into people lording over one another and inflicting their will on those who they can get away with doing that to. You know, they won't let you be what you think you're supposed to be if they have subjectively determined that God doesn't want you to do that. And it's like, well, bro, that's what God seems to be telling me. Where do you get off? That's one of my favorite things to think about. These sorts of weird, deep questions about why we're here and what the hell we're doing to each other. Trying to create some storm clouds over here. Just to sort of even this image out. Maybe we'll do some blue storminess. Just to give it a little bit more intrigue. See if this works. Swirling storm clouds. Kind of phoning this background in a little bit, but you know, that's whatever. I think it'll still be pretty neat. Screw it, let's throw some purple in there. If I can get it to come out of the damn bottle. Come on, man. Come on, man. For real. Damn, okay. Well, that didn't work. I normally try not to put my bottle tips in my mouth. It's food, but sometimes they get super clogged and I get desperate. But I've got a clean one over here, so let's see if this one works. Hey, look at that. Wow, amazing. First try, just what happens when you change the bottle tip. You just doop, doop, doop. This is gonna be interesting. All right. Y'all ready to see me cover this and flip it? Let's see. Looks kind of like a Van Gogh if you look at it sideways with your eyes squinted from the back. So, this is your first time watching the pancake art process, doing what I call bordering and backing. The bordering basically gives it a nice solid barrier of plain pancake batter around the outside edge. With a pancake like this, it's not really serving any other purpose except aesthetic. It gives it a ring sort of to centralize the drawing itself and the colors themselves as if they are drawn on a pancake. I just like the way it looks generally. You can do that with any color you want, but I usually go with plain. And these lines of drawing across the back, it's called backing. And really what I'm doing is I'm just adding batter to thicken the whole thing up. I usually try not to do this until after I've turned the griddle on and it started to cook a little bit more solid, because these backing lines can, if the whole thing's still completely liquid, they can sort of push your lines around as they land. But if there's some solidity to them, you can just basically just thicken your pancake. You'll see a lot of pancake artists, especially on YouTube, do a very similar thing. I'm not sure if they use the same logic, like if that's the same, that's why they do it. Like Tiger Tomato is a huge YouTube pancake artist, and almost always covers their pancakes entirely. Mine's a lot sloppier. I am always, because I don't really care. I never have. And I think Tiger Tomato is sort of like, they've branded themselves as being the most perfect pancake artists. So their entire process, I think, is part, the way they express their art is through the process itself. Like they edit their videos, and everything is very like crisp and clean and straightforward, and they get huge results. They're always doing like Facebook logos and stuff like that. And maybe it's foolish and prideful for me not to do that, but it just doesn't make my heart sing, you know? Like, I have no interest in catering to the lowest common denominator so I can get views. And we've taken a hit on our algorithm because of that. But honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm really happy with my development as an artist, and I don't think that this show would be the way it is right now if I was concerned with perfection. Because I feel like perfection's a false ideal, and it's really, really easy to, like, sort of fall into that mindset of, I have to make this a certain way, I have to make this a certain way, and if I don't, there's no point in doing it. No point in posting it, no point in sharing it. But honestly, a lot of the best content we've produced, like the Bill Hader video, has been focused on the mistakes themselves. You know, we're human. Are y'all just, Maya, are you just saying food things to make people hungry? Oh, and that's a little emoji, Maya. That's a little face. The two T's are the eyes, like the eyeballs, except with streams of tears coming down them. And that's a little emoji as well. Okay. First pancake. It's a colorful phoenix. Hey, Hank, you want to get this flip? Lauren, hey. Welcome to the chat. That's my wonderful cousin. You watch this flip, buddy? Getting ready to flip this bad boy over. Let me make sure I'm... There we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That's pretty neat. I think that's cool. I like that a lot. It's weird. It's like impressionistic in a way. Thumbs up. Should get some plates out. Maya says that we love you, Hank. I don't know if he heard me. He kind of wandered off. Take me a nice photo of that there. What the heck is... Bro, I told you I'm working. Hey, Wella. It's actually kind of hot. It's a hot phoenix. So, like you. Do a French horn. A French horn. I played French horn very briefly when I was in 6th grade, I think. Hated that. Misty asked, Dan, what do you think would happen if any other animal had the same or close enough intelligence or imagination as humans? It's a very, very wonderful question. You know what it makes me think of? Octopus. Makes me think of octopi, cephalopods. These octopi are very, very intelligent. From what I understand, octopi are not actually... Their intelligence is the thing that keeps them from rising from the ocean is that they aren't social. They aren't social animals. If they were social, that has been the human advantage, the evolutionary advantage we've had. Hey, friend.
Hi. Wow.
You just bringing frozen veggies in here?
No.
Just grabbing them frozen veggies. Bring them on in. It's Phoenix. Cool. I'm gonna look up Alex Trebek now. Let me see here. Let me see, Alex Trebek headshot. They'll always have like the low resolution photos. Oh wow, that's an old one. People wouldn't recognize that. Young people wouldn't anyway. Young bearded Alex Trebek. Y'all see that? Look at that handsome man. Wow. Let's see here. Let me go to more tools, size, large. Yeah, that'll work. Add to photos. Go to our photos app. This is just the process I go through with most of my reference images. I try it, especially when I'm doing portraits. I almost always. Can I not mirror you? Is it not going to let me mirror it?
Are you doing Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm here to film it.
1 second. I'm trying to. It won't let me do the mirror. There we go. Did this update? What's going on?
I'm gonna put on my
Annoying. Okay, but this one. Can I mirror this? What the hell happened? What happened? What did the app update and now everything's moved?
an iPad. That's just what happens with Apple products.
Excellent, great, cool. I'm
Hey,
glad.
everybody.
Now they've moved them. I can't mirror images anymore. Great.
Do you want me to fix it?
No, it's fine.
You
I'm just
gonna
gonna I'm just
cry?
gonna make Bizarro Alex Trebek.
Okay.
Then I'm already crying.
Okay. Okay.
They're asking how the kitten is.
Kitten is good. She got a lot of double mommy kisses this morning. It was cute. We kept holding her between us and just going, "Mom, mom, mom."
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
Alex Trebek looks a little bit like my dad.
Okay.
Just a little bit. It begins. Folks that tune into the stream often will know that portraits tend to take a little longer, especially if I'm trying to get as much detail as I can. Which I don't know if I'm going to go for mass detail here because I did not mix colors specifically for this. I mixed my usual Joy of Pancakes palette, which means that I only have a certain set of options for doing details and stuff like that. But, you know, it's like I can draw with a pencil and make it look like Alex Trebek, so it's just a matter of figuring out what details are important and getting the proportions as good as I can.
Yeah.
Proportions are the most important part.
And this is a hard one, too.
Why? Because he's a clean-shaven white dude?
Yeah. These are Dan's arch nemesis. March Madness.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome. I'm really out of it today.
That's okay.
I didn't sleep well last night.
I'm sorry.
I didn't fall asleep till 5. I just tossed and turned until 5. And then my body was like, cool, it's 8:30, wake up.
Oh boy, 8:30 a.m.
Oh boy, 8:30 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m. Very, details here. Let me see. These little things like this notch here is going to stand out if I don't smooth it out. I think that's better. I think. We'll use this. Best I got, honestly.
I think the way his eye slants are important. He's got the outside corners of his eyes going downward and the inside corners of his eyes going upward. That's not a comment on your pancake, it's just what I would caricature in him.
Yeah, I think that's probably good enough. How old is your kitten, Dana? 4 months?
Her birthday is June 19th. So almost 5 months. She's little. And she's insane. She likes to run into my closet when I'm not looking.
That's pretty cute.
And today, for the first time, I closed the closet door because I looked in the closet for a while looking into her, and I heard no motion or anything, and I was like, okay, she's definitely not in here, and I closed the door, and then 30 seconds later, I was looking for her, and I hear, I opened the door, and she's right there. She's a little harbinger of chaos, I swear. This person's name was Misty, right?
That's Misty, yes.
Misty says, I loved the comic you posted recently. Thanks. I can't lie, I've been pretty hype since Saturday.
And big old man ears.
Yeah. Man's got a big forehead. Maya says, planning on getting another Sphinx in the future? Yeah, maybe when they're not $1 zillion. We invested in this cat. Trust me, I would have loved to have gotten a free shelter kitten, but free shelter kittens have hair that would make my girlfriend wheeze and die. So, maybe someday, but I am excited for Dan's Sphinx to meet my Sphinx.
That'll be a good day.
Misty asks, how am I today? And I'm out of it. I've had a really stressful month, and I think it's just kind of starting to get to me, so coming back to work is hard, but I'm trying to stick it out. Some days are better than others. Are sphinxes social? Yes, sphinxes are perhaps one of the most... Sphinxes might just be the most social mammal you can own as a pet. Like, they're so incredibly interactive and needy. And I mean, she cuddles with me every night, not just like a normal cat. Like, I had a cat with fur, you know, they only cuddle to a certain extent because at some point they get too hot. This cat demands to be under the blanket constantly with me. And
Isn't that cute?
yeah, it's cute how they know how to like wrap themselves in blankets. It's very fun to watch.
Oh, Alex Trebek.
But it's been really nice having a pet lately. Last night, Gina and I were having a hard conversation, and, you know, she's saying something sad and serious, and suddenly she screams, and it's because the cat attacked her foot. She's like, "Stupid cat, I just had my foot hanging off the bed." And I was like, "Welcome to cat. You don't leave anything hanging off the bed." And then we just started laughing, and, you know, there's a lot of moments like that where it's just the cat is always going to,
Cat's gonna cat.
Cat's gonna cat, no matter the severity. I mean, I was on a FaceTime therapy appointment, and I was bent over writing notes, and she climbed on my back, and my therapist just lost it.
You know, a wise man once told me, everybody wants to be a cat. It's a cat.
15 years taking prescriptions, and the shrink's like, I don't know, maybe get a kitten. I got Gina hooked on that song.
It's so good.
Sometimes she goes, "Hey, banjo, what you doing, banjo? What you doing there?"
Why'd you eat that leaf?
Cold metal lady in the parking lot. She's got the Heroes of Tomorrow in a cardboard box.
Probably hoarding 40 more in the corners
Order
of Fort Knox.
Give her 20 and cop the warlock. Sleeps on a toaster, hides in a slipper, got a look in her eyes like she might be a wizard. My favorite part of that song too is when there's like the, she fixed the cowlick. Thanks, Curb.
Looking like a millie.
Really. Keep an old man sharp. Get that old chantilly. It's good stuff.
It's good.
Extremely cute to think about a rapper looking in the mirror and just being like, "Oh, thanks, Curbs. Needed that." Cat licked a cowlick into his hair. These pants have quite a bit of banjo on them because she likes to lick them. I don't know why. These pants, she likes to lick them.
They're the only ones that understand her, truly.
Oh, hey, Nicolette's on here. I've told you about her. We're mutual followers on Instagram. She's a really good artist.
Nicolette by Webernet?
Yeah, good memory.
It's fine.
Hey, Kirby.
That's Alex.
What you doing, Kirby? How is Alex?
He died.
No, Dan, your friend who had COVID for like 3 months.
Alex didn't necessarily have COVID. He just had...
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm not trying to talk about it on public.
I'm sorry. Okay. My bad.
But
I just know he's a friend of yours, and I want to make sure he's okay.
I believe he's doing okay. But Alex Trebek is not doing so hot. You know that, right?
Did he just die of old age?
Well, yeah, I mean, complications related to old age, I think. You know, I don't know the specifics of it, but I know that it wasn't anything, you know, especially unexpected or tragic.
Yeah. Nicolette said he had cancer. Prostate cancer, Jeremy says. So,
Sounds about right.
not necessarily a nothing. Man. Oh, wow. Jeremy said it was terminal. Man worked and smiled through it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, him and Chadwick both, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Maya says, I am a cancer patient / survivor. Really? Wow.
You know that, Maya.
Congrats. And my condolences, I guess. That sounds very hard. And glad you're still around. What's that?
An ant. It's on my ear. Get out of here. What are you doing on my ear?
What?
An ant. It was on my ear.
What?
Not in. On. You nerd.
You said ear, and I pretended not to hear you. I'm so funny. It's hot in here. You want me to turn the AC on?
I'm comfortable.
Of course you're comfortable.
I'm a lizard.
Why do people think that the Illuminati are like lizard people? Why is that a belief?
I have not gone far enough down the conspiracy theorist hole to have a real answer for you. From what I understand, it might be rooted in anti-Semitism, but I don't understand how, because I'm pretty sure Jewish people aren't lizards. Not positive, you know? Pretty sure.
People are weird.
People are very weird.
For some reason, up until this point, I thought you were going black and white, but I guess it's just because
Salt and pepper boy.
he is. Willa's here.
Yes, indeed they are.
Willa said the ant wants to take another chunk of your ear.
Can't blame him. I'm very cute.
Speaking of chunks of ear, Gina's on cloud 9. She cleaned Banjo's ears for the first time yesterday. You have to clean Sphinx cats' ears because they don't have hair in their ear to catch anything, like most cats. And she loved it.
It's deeply satisfying. There's something inside of her.
Yeah. Well, she always wants to clean out my ears, and I freak out. I'm always yelling about how she's gonna touch my eardrum, and she's like, I'm nowhere near your eardrum, and then I start getting all weepy and sad, and then she's like, fine, I won't do it anymore. And she tries again like an hour later. But now she has to with the cat.
And get that out of her system.
She also said that Banjo didn't mind the bath too much yesterday. She bathed them while I was at work. And she has a suspicion that she's gonna learn to love the bath, which would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I would love to have a cat that I could. Jeez, Slew.
I need a better stand for this.
Woo! Yeah, or you could.
No, it's. We need a better stand for it. It fell and it moved itself.
I'm
It
not
wasn't set to that.
disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to help.
Thanks.
iPad, more like you mad. Oh, weird. Becca says that she has to clean her poodle's ears because a poodle has too much hair in there and it traps water and leads to ear infections. Yeah, I guess.
It's like the opposite.
Yeah. Which is weird. We have 2 poodle mixes and we've never had to clean their ears. Pepper would probably bite my face off if I tried. He does not like people touching his ears. He's a good boy, but he will stand his ground there. Would it be too much for you to tell me when next time you do like a really long, satisfying line or something?
It's coming up. Gotta get these crow's feet.
Hey, Kirby. Willa says, I think the lizard thing has to do with Latin and God, and it's quite the hole to dig into. Oh, quite the hole to dig into. I'm sure the hole would be quiet.
Extremely loud and incredibly close.
A lot of conversation points happening. Willa's talking about lizard people. Becca's saying that she cleans her dog's ears every 2 weeks, and Misty says, I like the concept of being a vampire. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. I feel lightheaded all the time. It hurts to stand.
Sorry.
That's okay. I just feel bad. I want to be here with the company boys.
I do miss your presence.
But I don't want to be dead weight or absent just because life is hard.
Trying some weird color stuff here.
Bet. Thanks, Curb. Old man looking like a Millie. Keep that old man sharp. Keep that old Chantilly. If you guys don't know what I'm referencing, you really need to look up the song Kirby by Aesop Rock. Not A$AP Rocky. Easy mistake. Aesop, like the old storyteller, guy who wrote fables, and then rock, like a stone. Aesop Rock.
I can only imagine how A$AP Rock felt when A$AP Rocky became a thing. If I was him, I'd probably been like, what?
Can you imagine if someone took off and their name was Pancakes and they did exactly what we did?
Yeah.
Well, not exactly.
They were professional pancake artists in one way or another.
They're canned food artists.
Canned food artists.
They're called Can Bakes, and their motto is like, if you can dream it, we can bake it. And we're just like, hey.
Hey.
You're not telling me when the satisfying stuff is coming up, so I gotta look out.
Sorry, Dana. I saw you were sitting there recording, and I thought you were sitting there recording.
Oh!
My bad.
Can you chill out?
Me?
Hey, Sticky Art's back. What's up, Sticky Art? Dan, you wouldn't know this, but yesterday's stream with Ben and I we were just minding our own business, and suddenly we started getting like dozens and dozens of comments within a minute that just said, Sticky Art, Sticky Art, Sticky Art. And we were like, what? What is going on? And Jeremy's like, we're being raided. And Sticky Art is a YouTube channel, and he sent his people watching his stream to go raid us. And
That's
then
pretty cool.
we had a fun bit where we made his profile picture to thank him for the raid. And Sticky Art, I'm sorry for not following up if I should have, but I think you said, like, Sticky Art offered to draw us something, and if I remember right, you said it would be done within the day or something like that, which no rush, but if you finished it, please let me know. We'd love to share it. Yeah, I drew John Cena.
Here, Dana.
Oh, thanks. Dude, I'd love to see it. If it's on that stream, I'm happy to look it up later, but you can also email it to us at, it'd be hank@dancakes.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
hank@dancakes.com, because Hank's in the studio today, and we could pull it up.
You wanna film this? Me
But no
turning
rush.
it on?
What's up?
I'm gonna do that.
Oh.
You ready?
Thank you.
I'm gonna do an outline with the plain batter as well. I'm not sure if you care about that.
What's up? Sorry?
I'm gonna do an outline with the plain batter as well. I'm not sure if you care about that.
Go nuts. I'll send it over with a Pancakes hat. Sick. Sticky art, I cannot wait. You are the coolest person I ever met through a raid. Also, I love artists supporting artists, so, you know, if I make jokes and sincerely, it was really cool what you did. He just kept telling his followers to go spam our page and subscribe and stuff, and so we did the same back. It's going to be a Pancake shirt, but John Cena looked better shirtless, of course. Yeah, John Cena was in the stream yesterday, so he was like, what do you want us to draw? And Ben was like, well, the first thing I asked Dan to make me was Ronald Reagan riding a velociraptor, and I was like, our mascot is also kind of John Cena. So you could do that. And we just gave him a bunch of options. And he chose John Cena, which I think is a remarkable choice. Throwback to when we made him look like
The Joker?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto's Joker?
Damaged.
Dangaged. Aw, dang it.
We should have written Pancakes.
I like your anime haircut.
Thanks.
You look like a protagonist.
Gina styled it. Oh no.
Here.
Gina styled it today. Whoa.
You're the
It is
protagonist.
unmanageable right now. Because it's so short. I've never had it this short.
You're the protagonist, Dana.
So it spikes on top.
You're the chosen one? Descended from giants or something? I don't know.
Maybe. I am a little tall. But you are way more likely to be descended from giants.
No, I just am one.
Oh.
I am your father.
You're a giant runt.
Yo soy un gringo gigante. I like cut G.
Ah! Scared me. What was that?
Of me smacking the table.
Nicolette said, cut that Naruto spike. Yeah, it is pretty. When I get out of the shower, there's 30 distinct spikes. It's amazing. Is that a 1/12 scale? If you're talking about John, I feel like it's more like a 1/6.
Have you never seen the eldritch entity that is John Cena?
He big.
He is. Remember when he had that ripped shirt on because he was just too big for his shirt?
Don't make me cry. God, I can't believe I have a picture of me cheesing it with John Cena.
Yeah.
In his dressing room at the Nick Kids Choice Awards in a ripped shirt.
True fact.
I think my favorite part of that whole thing was before I was out, everyone was like, oh my god, that's amazing because you have a crush on John Cena. And I was like, I what?
Yeah, y'all don't understand.
No, you don't get it. I want to look like John Cena. I respect the man for what he's accomplished. If he asked me on a date, I'd be like...
Yes, let's get to know each other.
We are friends. But he seems like he has a heart of gold.
Friends with benefits, and the benefit is that I get to talk to John Cena.
And punch his arm, maybe. And break my wrist.
All right, you ready?
Like I did when I was 4.
I'm going to flip it this way, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to go to... Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There he is.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
How you feel about that?
Looks good to me.
Nice. 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 Nice.
There you go, Hank.
Hi.
Who it?
It's
It's your boy.
Who it?
who is...
Ah, yes.
Oh, I get it. It's a good one, Hank. Who is a legend? Oh, and then slide it over to me when you're... wait. And then, yeah, do what you did with Chadwick.
This is going to end up... we're probably going to have this posted to our socials soon, and we're going to preserve this. So if you're interested in buying this piece, shoot an email to hank@pancakes.com. Here you go, Dana. Ready?
Oh, hold on. Overhead. Can you hit the overhead button? You were talking about it and holding it, and it just had John. Yep, ready.
All right. Oh. 2 pancakes done so far.
Keep going.
Probably gonna make maybe 1, maybe 2 more after this.
Cool.
So if y'all want to throw me
Look what Wella said.
some
That's true.
suggestions. Thanks, Well. Well, is gonna be in St. Louis in a couple days.
What? No way! I didn't know this.
For 10 days.
That's so exciting. Well, I can't wait to meet you. If hopefully, I mean, I don't know why that wouldn't work out. I'll be here for Thanksgiving. I don't know why I said that on the stream.
I'm hoping to bring him to the studio and maybe do some pancakes with him. Because they are an artist.
Nice. On the 15th. Awesome.
You guys do a Sean Connery pancake. We did not. Actually, we did. I was asked to make a Sean Connery pancake, and I didn't make it. And I think the reason I had apprehensions about making it was because I recognize that I have a bit of a bubble. But when Connery passed, the people that I am most connected to on social media, all they were tweeting about was his history of abusing his wives. So I was like,
That's always tough.
Yeah, you always have to make weird value judgments. And, like we talk about, don't speak ill of the dead, don't do this, don't do that. But then there's also the added thing of like, you gotta pick and choose sometimes. I don't know, man.
I don't really get don't speak ill of the dead, because of course we should like respect people and the fact that like, their accomplishments were what they were, but I see no wrong in also acknowledging people's faults.
Yeah, it can be hard to strike the balance.
Yeah.
Strike the balance between honoring the memory
It's about what your intention is.
and respecting the feelings of others as well, right? Like the fact that there's people out there who, it's a big deal. Paul, hey, how are you, Paul?
Hey Paul, what's up?
Good to see you, bud.
I'm gonna go talk to Hank about this TikTok really quick. What are you making next, do you know?
No, I don't know yet.
Okay, then give me a second. Call me in before you start, in case it's something I should film.
Okay. Aiden Pierce from the first Watchdog. Dean Lewis? Who is Dean Lewis? D-Steel. Is that a ship from Supernatural? Hold on a second. One moment, y'all. Okay. Yeah, Nicolette, that's kind of, it's the weird thing where, like, I know everybody has their faults and everybody has their complications, and there's a lot of people that still love and respect people. And I think it's fair, right? I think it's fair, and I think it's right, and I think it's good that there are people who, like, human beings are complicated, and it becomes this question of, is it more important to honor a person's memory, or is it more important to honor the experiences of the people that are still with us? Where do you draw that line? Yeah, well, and that's another weird thing too. Well, and I mean, I'll even say, Becca, you say, I never would have asked for the pancake if I had any idea. It's better not to memorialize a person like that. Even that doesn't feel quite like the truth at the core to me. It's more striking the balance between empathy for the people that are sad that this person's gone, and empathy for the people who are most personally affected by the memory of their worst behavior. And like, there's a lot of people in the world who, like, humans are messed up. We all are. All of us have our flaws and our failings, and we all try to do our best to put good out into the world. I like to think so, but also karma, right? And when I say karma, I don't mean bad things happen to bad people. I mean, usually bad people are bad because bad things happen to them. We're carrying the weight of messed up emotional intelligence or abuse or practices, and the hope is that over time, each generation teaches their kids better skills for dealing with stuff. Like, I only learned the word boundaries like 3 years ago, and I'm 30. Like, that's such a fundamental concept to getting along with other people. And and we don't teach our kids it as a rule. So you've got a bunch of fucking, everybody in the world is just walking around like trying to inflict their will on other people and figure out what other people want from them and doing all these things. And what you end up with is a whole bunch of abuse and a whole bunch of abusers and a whole bunch of people that don't understand what abuse actually is. And so then you get into these situations where it's like, well, I really liked that guy's movies. He's kind of a dick. Ronnie GB from like 2016. What did you see, my friend? Joker movie was a good example. I didn't actually see the Joker movie, and I really want to. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and I never make time to go and watch it. So maybe I'll find that at some point. Let me see here. Yeah. Give me a vibe to draw. Give me a vibe to draw. Throw me some stuff to tinker with, and I'll start drawing something. I'll look up a reference and we'll keep talking. And that's my favorite part of these streams, honestly, so far, is the talking. I think maybe we should change the category on Twitch because we do food and drink, but I think the just chatting might make more sense for this stream. I don't know if that'll help us do better on Twitch. What do we got here? Stop the live and go watch Joker. Lizard, cowboy, western, hip hop, dragon, unicorn, soup. Soup. I'm gonna do soup. I'm gonna do soup. As soon as you said that, an image popped into my head of the classic Campbell's soup can that Andy Warhol immortalized. Soup. I know there's also a meme going along in leftist circles. I've had soup for my family. Because there was a bunch of people accusing them of, like, I guess, throwing soup cans at people or something? I don't know. Howdy.
Hi. What are you making?
Soup.
What?
Soup.
Soup.
I'm making soup.
Soup.
Soup for my family.
Wow, that's crazy. That's really good to note for future. Look how much that black blotched out those yellow dots.
Yeah, no, I know. It makes sense.
It's just interesting. Like, I definitely look at that and take note. The black is funny because it actually leaks through the other colors.
Wolfie, I'm sorry I don't know Dean Lewis. Give me some context.
Who is Dean Lewis?
Who Dean Lewis is?
Here's some
I know who
information.
John Lewis is. Australian singer-songwriter that is best known for his 2016 single Waves.
Camber's tomato. That's a good sentence.
Okay, so this is going to be a great one. People love food as pancake art. So,
Everybody loves soup.
yeah.
Oh, the universe.
Even though I'm tired and stuff, I'm just really happy to be back at work with you guys.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have you here. Your energy is a key part of what makes us wonderful.
Oh, thanks. Is it my Gen Z chaos?
Kind of. Thanks.
You're welcome. This reminds me of when I made that Nutella jar. That was a fun one. People liked that because it was a food they knew.
I know that.
I eat that. This is the money shot. Damn it.
Another
darn
one.
it, sorry.
Don't worry, Dana. I've already said the F word and the S word
Dan.
like 400 times.
On my Christian Minecraft server?
We only play Terraria in this household. Sorry, nerd.
What's that?
Minecraft for cool kids.
Oh. I've never played Minecraft.
Well, you can go out behind Hank's house right now and play some. Hank is building a deck.
Nicolette said, you guys are too wholesome. That's true. The Pancakes team has a wholesome energy. I think because we're all like genuinely just family at this point.
Yeah. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah. What? Did you see John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to make this sillier.
Broski, are you flipping this in your mind?
Yeah.
Are you doing the thing that everyone thinks we do, but we rarely do?
Yeah.
Wow. It's gonna be one impressive video.
I already messed it up.
Oh. Well, then let me delete that.
I don't do this very often, but for whatever reason, the iPad was like, you can't reflect these images anymore.
Oh, well, again, I can send you anything you need.
It's fine. I'm not even writing Campbell's. I'm writing something else.
Okay. But like, backwards cursive? This man is mad.
He's insane. How do you write an S, a cursive S?
Ooh, I can help. I know cursive. I'm the last generation of cursive knowers.
Right. Thanks, Catholic school.
No.
I just had a ruler and hit your knuckles.
They didn't do that, but they did hit my heart. Their intolerance.
Cool.
But that
Yay,
obviously-
God.
Gay God.
There we go.
Right?
Soup. So then,
Soup.
therefore, the backwards of the S.
Dan, you're a madman. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. It's just an asterisk. Dan, what are you doing, man?
Going crazy. I'm giving myself a reference over here off to the side. Ew, Catholic school.
I'll say.
Ew, Catholics.
Yo, screw Catholic school. Me and all my homies
All my homies hate
resent
Catholic
the damage
schools.
done by Catholic school. How would I have a girlfriend and a naked cat if I had listened to Catholic school? I'd be a nun. That is not a joke. I thought about it. It was either that or the military, which is hilarious.
It is quite funny.
Now I'm a pancake artist. What glory am I bringing to anyone?
Don't worry, Dana. You'll die at the griddle and you'll go to Valhalla.
I don't know that. Be gay, get hairless cats. I agree. Nicolette said that. Be gay, obey the law as long as it doesn't oppress anybody, which is not
It totally does.
often that it doesn't. I'm just letting all of it out today. I feel like I'm too tired to have a filter.
Soup.
Soup.
Um,
Danbles. Are you gonna draw yourself on it? That'd be funny.
No.
Oh. Isn't it funny that soup is so iconic? Like Lady Gaga.
Soup is the Lady Gaga of food.
Soup is the Lady Gaga of Americana.
America. That's as American as soup. I don't think soup is actually that American, but oh,
I love soup. Sometimes I cry at the grocery store because I can have as much as I want. You know this. I've told you this.
that just makes me laugh.
Yeah,
Makes
that's
me laugh
fine.
real hard.
That's fine. There's a lot to be sad about. Soup isn't one of them, man. Soup isn't one of them. It's like 89 cents. Fancy ones are like $1.89. Wait, that's cat food. I don't remember how much soup is. Soup that is? Dan, I don't get you. Nicolette said soup is my favorite food, honestly. Honestly, I agree. Have you ever taken a bath?
You asking me?
No, I'm just thinking out loud. Is that...
You're asking yourself?
I don't know, man. I'm just discussing soups and the many varieties. Soup, that is, for my... What are you doing? I feel like I'm watching history. What the hell? Misty says, fun fact, $1, $1 US can get you a whole 3-course meal in India. Crazy.
Well, hopefully the pandemic calms down and we can go hang out.
Yeah! Can you give me a shout? I'm feeling a little, I just felt a little woozy the last few days. Can you tell me when you do something satisfying that I should film?
Okay. I'm outlining these letters right now.
Is that a... No, that's okay. I can't get too pedantic with the details I film, because then the video just gets too long and I end up deleting a bunch of stuff. You know what? Shout out to Ben. Ben did a really great job. Like, we've got this runner at the bottom.
The overlay, yeah.
The overlays, and the fact that it talks about tipping the artist, the fact that it looks like the website now, like the layout of everything. It's really cool.
It's gorgeous.
Ben,
I'm so happy.
Ben, we look so professional. It's crazy.
He is a brilliant man.
Ugh.
I'm outlining the top text,
Ugh, goodness gracious.
giving it dimension.
Ah, sorry everybody.
Get the paws out of me.
I'm sorry. That was Hank's battery. Okay, I'm not gonna film anymore until you start filling in like the lid and the colors and stuff.
Yep. Makes sense.
Maya, we gotta come to Poland because if we did go, at the very least, if we were somewhat near Germany, we've got a place to stay. Crash at Anna's house.
Tight. All right, fill time. I'm actually gonna scrape these away, sorry.
That's okay. I was actually gonna ask you too for neatness. Well, is that sarcasm? I felt bad. They said that was not loud at all, and I don't know. It probably wasn't.
Probably didn't sound loud to them.
It was very loud in here. I appreciate Nicolette pointing out that we're wholesome. We are very wholesome. I hope it shows with this whole company. We've all been through a lot together. And I think the cool thing about us is it's not all been necessarily butterflies and rainbows, and we don't act like it is, but
we're honest.
But we're honest, and that's why it hasn't been butterflies and rainbows, you know?
Anybody's butterflies and rainbows all the time, then they're probably lying. To themselves or to others.
Ooh, that was satisfying.
Red.
Man, was that tiger tomato just now? Did you manifest that? That man in here?
Oh no, I've got liver spots now.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. That's probably good. Lenexa is actually where our the company that licenses our brand to manufacture these griddles is based in Lenexa, Kansas. So that's interesting, Maya. A couple degrees of separation there. The griddles themselves are not made there.
When you turn on the heat, want to get it?
Ready?
Oh, I thought that was it. Go ahead.
I just turned it off because it was already on.
Okay. Thanks. Dan, you want to hear something cute?
What?
Gina pointed out yesterday or today, I forget, that sometimes banjo stems like I do, because she'll just be standing there and she'll go.
But their paw, that's pretty cute.
Yeah.
It does it when I touch his head.
What's he do?
Because my hands are too cold. Yeah, you know what he does. You've drawn him. You've drawn him doing it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Him going.
Yeah.
Because he gets overwhelmed by the sensation.
Your hands are cold. Dan's hands are cold
Not
most
right
of
now.
They're not. Yeah, that's weird.
They're hanging over a griddle. But don't worry. As soon as I stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lime Fuchs, you're right. I think we're gonna end up having to get that camera a little bit further out so that we can still get a good angle from that side of the griddle, but you don't have so much of this. Because that happens a lot.
It's weird because that wasn't the case before. We've done this stream where, I don't know why, well, usually, yeah, it is pointed lower. Usually you can see the bottom left corner of the griddle easily in that camera.
But I'm not really messing with it right now because,
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that is the new arm.
That.
We could totally adjust that. Okay, well, whatever.
Give me a shout before you flip, by the way, just in case I'm not paying attention.
Right.
I got Mystery Skulls stuck in my head.
They got a new song, don't they?
Well, not a new song, they got a new music video
Ah.
of an existing song. But it's a really good video. They put it out in Halloween. Those animations are so amazing and inspiring and awesome.
All right, y'all. It's about time. It's a pancake of soup. You ready?
Yeah.
Make sure this is on the...
Hold on. No, I'm not ready.
Here we go.
Wait. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Get in there.
Wow.
Soup that is for my family.
So what's the joke there? Did you just make that up?
It's just soup for my family.
Okay.
Soup that is for my family.
Wait, hold on. I want to get one more shot of it. What's to get?
I get it. It's your first family. All it. All it's for.
That's all it's for. It's for nothing else. I don't know why people think it's for something
Is this
else.
like an ethical dilemma?
You filmed it, right? 'Cause that
Yes.
takes-
Yes. I
She
know.
filmed the process.
It's food as pancakes. Why is Wallace saying it?
Hey, you've been on the loop, man.
What is soup for my family? Wait, are you gonna show me?
He's gonna teach you.
I get it now. I get it now. I remember what it's about.
Say soup for my family.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me plate this real quick.
So you were against my other idea, but you're not against this.
What are you?
The other TikTok I said I was gonna make.
Fucking. Oh, this is
Hey! Okay.
All right. 3. Who's counting down? Dana?
Just
Dana, you count down.
Alright, 3, 2.
Soup for my family.
Well, it is.
Wow.
Fantastic. Got some good content coming out today.
Wow, that is some great, wholesome family humor.
Content.
Thank you, Hank, for explaining it to me. I do remember it.
I thought you minded.
I did see it. I did. Can you make a Four Seasons landscaping one? What if we kissed at the Four Seasons landscaping and we're both girls?
All right, folks. Let's get some more prompts in the chat here.
I just gave you one.
To the Four Seasons landscaping.
You gotta get the adult bookstore in there.
Gotta get that adult bookstore. I'm just gonna make an adult bookstore as Pancake. Hank is dank.
Hank is dank. We love Hank.
Hank.
The Hank. Why do I keep scratching my face? I'm not real. I think it's not a nervous habit. I think it's because my nails are painted, so I keep feeling them.
Dab?
It's kind of a gaudy color, but I felt like painting them blue for reasons that should be apparent.
Between a rock and a hard place.
You should draw
Just the Constitution.
Dan.
Yes.
Dan. What if the cycle was complete and you made a Trump pancake that flipped into the rock? Or the John Cena, but it flipped into Trump, but it flipped back into John Cena.
Oh my God. We already did that once.
No, you made.
We made a Trump that flipped into John Cena.
Then make. You're right. Dang it.
All right. Baby monster, a naked cat, a doodle jump character, shirt pockets, disco. These are good suggestions. Very good. Let's think here. I'm gonna do lion cat.
Oh, Lion Cat. That's a great one. That's a really good one.
Lion
We
cat,
love Saga.
as illustrated by Staples, Fiona Staples, I believe is her name,
Yes.
the artist's name.
Yes, that is
She's
correct.
extremely good at art.
Extremely talented.
But lion cat, for those who don't know, is a giant cat, a giant hairless cat, basically.
Sphinx.
A sphinx, essentially. That
What do you mean
is-
essentially? It is a sphinx.
No, it's a lion cat.
Bro, if you don't stop. I feel kind of bad that I did this to John.
Clean him off. Give him the old Toy Story 2.
Nice.
Go find an old man. I'm not that old. What'd you say, bud? You hollering at us, Hank? Saying words to us?
Hank never changes his volume.
Trying to find a great reference. I mean, there's...
We got money for the nice things. Barely got enough for rent.
I really like that.
Everywhere I'm
I
going.
feel like that catches the vibe the best. And
I'm
photos.
not making dollars, but at least I'm making cents.
There you go. This is the one I'm going to work with. I might embellish it a little bit, but this is the basic.
People would love if I put this one on TikTok.
Bobby in the shop.
Hey, it's Bobby in the shop.
What's up? Hello, my friend.
Little
Welcome
shop
back.
of Bobbies. Nice. Fiona Staples' art style can kick my butt.
Yeah, she's pretty exceptional.
I love the use of there's so much black space in her work.
Yeah.
Just so much like dark
There's
parts.
some
of the-
similarities to the art style of Hades.
Yeah?
It's very lot of blacks, like heavy shadows, a lot of very comic book, but like not quite like the traditional comic book style. Like a lot of like chaotic lines and stuff. The Hades art style is amazing. You should get a Switch,
really?
Dana.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Did you get a Switch already? Are you trying to keep it secret? Keep it safe?
I've not. Came out this year.
What?
You forced my hand.
What? What?
I never wanted to make that joke, but you just walked into it. What?
Good God.
They'll get it.
Real ones know.
Bobby in the shop says, "How are you?" Well, and Dan. How are you, Dana and Dan? Dan, how are you today?
I am exceptional. I had a wonderful interaction with my old friend Jean yesterday, and I'm really happy with my pancake output so far today, and life is good.
Yeah, so I texted you, and then you got back to me, and you were like, I just talked with Gene forever. So I'm glad you did that. I know he is a cool dude in your life. That's cool that you guys got to talk for so long.
Love that man.
How's he doing?
He's doing okay. He was really just calling to tell me that he thinks Joy Pancakes is the coolest thing he's ever seen.
Oh, what? That's so cool.
Yeah.
No, but that means a lot coming from him.
Yeah, what he said, what really touched my heart was he was like, when I tuned in, he saw the replay of the Wednesday stream, I think, and he told me that when he tuned in, he immediately felt like he was back in the diner talking to me
Aw,
all those years ago.
that's invaluable.
It made me feel very special.
Bet. That's wonderful. So cool that you got to just like bro out with people in a diner. Like, I know it wasn't all fun and games, but you speak pretty fondly of those days.
Yeah, I always feel like if I had more control and was paid what I was worth, I would have been content to do that until I died.
Yeah.
But I didn't have control over hiring. I didn't have control over policy. I didn't get paid nearly
Enough pay.
Yeah, and I didn't get enough pay to not care, you know? Like, so there was a lot of things that really screwed up the flow of it and made it a sort of a miserable experience, but there would still be those windows of like, wow, I enjoy preparing food for people. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy making people smile, and I enjoy the flow of a busy shift and all that. And there's just nobody in management who really seemed to care that much about cultivating what made the job worth having in the first place.
And so they lost you.
So they lost me. I mean, but that's just because I'm blessed. I'm very, very blessed to have stumbled into this. You know, there's lots of people who can't quit.
Yeah.
Just got friends that worked there when I worked there who still work there. And Like, I doubt they've gotten a major raise or anything like that. It's just a question of, like,
Or even minimum wage.
what else are you going to do?
Waiting for you to do like a smooth line.
Sure.
Like a long one. Man, it is so hot in here.
Smooth line coming up.
Oh. Got it. Thank you kindly. I'm going to take it easy with the line work. Let me know when you start laying down colors, my boy.
Will do.
Hi, Becca Kennelly. I feel that whole I am a bit tired thing. I feel that. Hope you're doing well. Misty says, that's very good that that happened, Dan, and now we get to see you all.
Mm-hmm.
Joy abounds. Do we have coffee? Speaking of tired.
I didn't make any.
No, you brought some. I see how it is.
I didn't bring any.
It's sitting next to you. You had a cold brew.
No, that's
It's like,
kombucha.
oh, that's kombucha. Oh. Oh, let me get you filling in that other ear.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Thank you. Whew, I need some coffee in me. I'll be right back.
I'll be starting to do color here in just a moment. Be swift. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the speech bubble.
Oh,
Kind of a critical part.
right.
And that would be a...
Dan, how are Fib and Hannah? Asks Maya.
You're doing okay. Hannah is having some issues with her job paying her fairly.
Ugh,
But
that poor woman and her constant dumb work mistreatment.
yeah,
It's not fair.
it isn't. She's healthy, and we get to see each other a good amount of time. And so things are okay. Fib's good. All right, color time.
If you guys follow my personal Instagram, which is no sketchbook needed, you will definitely be seeing videos of when my new cat meets Dan's cat, because they're both sphinxes and they're gonna get along like a house on fire.
I hope so.
I think they will.
I imagine they will.
I mean,
Sphinxes are so social.
Banjo
all they
is
want is friends.
Banjo is taken to every single person she's met without even a question. Like she saw Mitchell, who's like 6 feet tall, and she's this tiny little kitten, and she was so happy to meet him.
That's so adorable.
Yeah. And she walks down there when he's playing video games, and you hear Mitchell be like, "Oh, hi." It's so cute.
That is super cute.
Mitchell's a great roommate. We told him about, we brought the kitten home kind of last minute, but we let him know, obviously. But then he was like, yeah, I can't wait to have her running around and stuff. It's going to be nice to have her just, everywhere in the house where I can see her. And Gina and I were just, like, melting because we were worried about having, like, a roommate who was like, ew, gross, a naked cat. I don't want to see that thing because, there are people like that. But Mitchell's like, oh, cool. That's awesome.
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs. Lion cat is such a cool color. Well, I know if Banjo's one thing, she's crazy playful. She and I are always roughhousing now because she kind of started figuring out that she can. And I feel like if she and Fib want to play at all, they're just going to be playing nonstop.
Probably.
Banjo's got so much energy. It's cute. You can tell she's still learning how to, like, hunt like a cat.
Uh-huh.
Like, you can tell she's, like, clumsily trying to hide behind stuff, Not exactly, like, stalking as best as she could. She'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, like, teach her how. We do need to get her, like, a spurts bottle or something, though, because she keeps doing, unlike my old cat, Bowie, who you could just be like, hey, like, really loud and just clap or something.
Fib doesn't care about that.
Neither does she. And, we got her this really nice $40 scratching post, and she scratches everything besides it. She has not used it once except to climb it like a ladder.
Sounds like cat.
No, Bowie was great about it.
Well, Bowie was a person.
Bowie was my cat. Not David Bowie. David Bowie did not, to my knowledge, have a scratching post that he used well. No, Bowie never scratched up a single thing because all I had to do was rub some catnip on his scratching post and he took to it. And I did the same thing with Banjo, and she does not care about that thing at all. She'll be clawing up my bed frame, and I'll, like, pick her up and I'll put her on it, and she's like, why did you put me on this? I wanted to scratch my claws. And I'm like, you're on a scratching post! It feels like a scratching post, and I just don't know why she doesn't take to it.
We're just gonna go blue for the rest of this.
Nice. I was hoping you would. Oh, heck yeah. That's gonna be perfect. Last thing I'm gonna do is you getting the lying bubble.
All right.
turn the heat on yet? No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Oops, sorry, I was blocking the camera.
Productive stream.
Mm-hmm.
Is Fib spayed or neutered? Yes, Fib is neutered. Absolutely neutered.
And Banjo will be spayed as soon as she's adjusted well enough to the house, because the last thing you want to do with a cat is bring them into a new environment and then give them a surgery, you know, right away. Like, I want her to get used to our house and consider it home before we do something traumatic, like taking her to a vet, you know, one thing at a time.
This will be my last pancake of the stream. Yes, Maya, Fib is neutered. This will be my last pancake of the stream, and if you are interested in purchasing any of these pieces, they will all be preserved. We will most likely sell them through our various social media platforms. You can send an email to hank@dancakes.com right now if you'd like to speak for any of these pieces. You're also welcome to tip us, support us over on dancakes.com/tipjar. And our next stream will be Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And we hope to catch you there. We really appreciate everybody with your suggestions, your comments, keeping the chat lively. It makes it really rewarding to do these streams, and we're really happy that we get the chance to. We are more and more as time goes on, we are moving into basically just being primarily a live streaming operation, and doing digital events, preserve pancake art, all kinds of stuff. So any way that you can help support us through this weird time in history would be incredibly useful. We're very grateful to everybody that's part of this, sharing the stream with your friends, doing all kinds, anything you can do to help us continue to build interest for what we're doing here. I really enjoy doing these. I like hanging out. I like getting the chance to talk about what I've been reading and what I'm thinking about, and have fun and make jokes and just be a person.
I got the overhead camera.
I will.
Okay.
All right. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1.
Lovely. Nice saturation.
That's pretty good. Well, I think I'll be the one hosting Maya, unless Dana wants to take over. But we can decide that the day of.
Cool. You want to give him a roundup of what you made?
Yes, I will. Always do.
Oh. Sorry, Dan. I don't know anything.
That's okay. I do.
You don't.
Okay. Move the scriddle out of the way.
Aww. Gina just sent me a video where she's painting at the kitchen table, and Banjo is in her shirt, on her lap, but in her shirt.
It's super cute.
Aww.
Kitten life. Alright, y'all. Rounding up the stream here. We're going to pull all the pancakes that I made into the shot one at a time. Let's see. We got a phoenix rising from the ashes. How's that? I think that one turned out really, really cool. I think it's beautiful. Use of color. Happy with that. Looks pretty. We've got a memorial portrait of Alex Trebek. Rest in peace, Alex. Passed away very recently. He was the host of Jeopardy for basically since the dawn of time. And he will be missed. And we've got a dumb soup joke. Soup for my family. There we go. It's soup as a pancake. There you go. And lastly, Lion Cat from the graphic novel Saga, who only speaks when somebody around them lies. And they say lying, and then you know. To celebrate the fact that Dana now has a Sphinx kitten.
Oh, is that what it was for?
Well, yeah.
That's sweet.
Well, somebody suggested doing a Sphinx.
I mean, we're both biased.
We're Sphinx people, officially. So I got to put these on wax paper, and we got to stick them in the freezer because we're about to preserve these bad boys. If you are interested in purchasing any of these or in commissioning us to make any pancake you can imagine, please reach out to us. Reach out to hank@dancakes.com, or you can just go to dancakes.com and find all that stuff. We've got forms to fill out if you want to book us for a private event, digital event. We do live stream classes, and we are going to be launching a Patreon. Hopefully very soon. We love you all very, very much. We appreciate you watching The Joy of Pancakes. And again, you can catch us on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Mistakes are delicious.
Bye. Kirby, what you